Good afternoon, how are you all doing?
Hello everybody.
First things first, if it's a link that isn't from Quiz Actually, please ignore it. We've been having the spammers all day long. We've been getting rid of them, but just for your own safety, do not click anything that is not from Quiz Actually.
Yeah, this quiz is completely 100% free. Anyone offering you anything cheaper is a liar because you can't get cheaper than free. Thank you very much. We've got people sharing already. Thank you so much for sharing yours on Facebook. We put the poll up on the Hogwarts house. Currently, Gryffindor is in the lead with 62% of the votes. No answers in the chats, please. Stephanie Gooch on YouTube. Would you like to be a moderator? You know what you're talking about, don't you? Just to help us out. If you haven't joined us before, this is our second Harry Potter live quiz, and we're covering the third and fourth films. That's The Prisoner of Azkaban and The Goblet of Fire.
So just a little about us while Alex is sorting through a few technical things. We live in Brighton and Hove, which is on the south coast of England, literally directly below London on the coast. Until the pandemic hit, we were the biggest and most popular quiz team in the whole city, basically selling out all our quizzes with teams on reserve list, and then everything happened. And overnight we found that we had no income. But even more so, we found that our teammates who come to all of our quizzes were at a loss with each other and were separated from each other because of the lockdown. So we decided to create the virtual quizzes to bring them all together because we knew that it would help. So we started doing that.
Oh, rats are in the comments as well on YouTube. Good evening to you, rats.
We will speak to you about rats a bit later. So we basically lost all our income. We started doing these quizzes. Later on, we started asking if people wanted to make a donation. That would be great if you could. We've had lots of people that just give £1 or £2, $1 or $2, which is absolutely brilliant for us. It just keeps us ticking over. It helps us along. But to reiterate, this is a free quiz. If you've got no money coming in like us, then we don't want your money. Look after your families and look after yourselves. Thank you.
People are asking as well how you play the quiz. You literally just watch as you would at home. The score sheet, while it is available, is not recommended that you join straight away, and it is completely optional. You don't have to put your name on the score sheet to be entered in the quiz. There is no prize, it's just all for the fun of it.
The score sheet itself can only have 100 people in it at a time. So once you've put a score in or your team name in, please exit out completely, close down the app that you're entering it in on, just so that other people can get in there.
Yeah. And the scores, as I said, they don't really mean anything because there is no prize. So if you haven't put your score in tonight, you can always do it tomorrow or within the next week or so. There is no limit on that one. Also, as well, we did do a lot of shout-outs in our first quiz, much to the detriment of many people. So we will try our hardest to shout out some of the comments that we do see. But if we do miss you, we do apologise.
Yeah, we'll be concentrating on our younger quizzers because they had such fun last time. And what I loved about the last quiz, not about you, was how many of the younger quizzers were doing far better than their parents and letting their parents know it as well.
Indeed. So we're live in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. This is just for everyone to join up and we can explain a couple of things. That being said, we do have some house rules as they were. You can see them on here. So remember that this is a family quiz when writing your comments, so please do keep them PG. Play the quiz like you would watch a TV game show. You can choose an optional team captain to record your final answers, but you are going to put your answers just on a pen and paper at home. You score yourselves, so it's based on the honour system. Cheat if you want to, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. No answers in the chat or you will be removed from the chat, and the score sheet is optional. Please make sure you do leave the app and leave the page as soon as you put your scores and your team name in.
I've noticed a few of you are asking where the score sheet is. It is pinned to each of the 3 platforms that we are using.
Yep.
So it is there. It's basically tinyurl.com HP scores.
There you go. tinyurl.com/HP scores, and then you can find it on there as well.
I'll start with a couple of shout outs. Philippa Todd, my Pottermad son Jacob is 8 tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Jacob.
Sorry, it's playing on her phone, so you're not going to miss the 15-minute start.
Oh, that's great. She did mention that earlier.
Yeah. So as I said before, guys, as soon as you put your scores in and your team name on the score sheet, make sure you fully close the app on your phone and fully leave the website. Otherwise, people can't put their scores in as well.
One of our top fans Joe Sangster, hey guys, have lots of fun. She's going to log in on YouTube for a bit. What we've noticed with our quizzes, although people use their phone for the Facebook side of things, because they've got a smart TV, they go onto the YouTube on the smart TV, type in quiz actually, and watch us big on the screen at home.
Thank
So that's an option.
Thank you for sending in your stars. Your stars do represent 1 penny, so if you do send stars in as well, we can't currently figure out the way to accept them yet, but they will be kept in our money vault. So thank you very much for doing that if you can't donate through PayPal.
We've got a hi from Olivia, aged 9. Annabelle, aged 9. It is streaming really fast, so I'm going to try as much as I can.
Yes, a link to the PayPal, of course. Thank you very much for mentioning it, Sarayu. It is on here. That's the site there. So it's paypal.me/quiz actually. So I'll put it on there for you as well. There we go. It's a little bit shorter on the YouTube. So if you do think if you enjoy what you see tonight, then if you would mind sending a couple of pounds our way, if you can afford to, then we would really, really appreciate it. Again, it is not mandatory. We're never going to ask you for money to play the quiz, but if you do feel that what we've done is worth it, then please do send a couple our way. Thank you very much.
Hello from Maya, aged 10. Charlotte, aged 10. Mia, aged 16. Jensen, 8.
And the Captain Stunt Biker says, can he have a shout out? Of course you can.
Jack was 9. 11-year-old Poppy and 7-year-old Jess. Caitlin was 7. Charlotte, 8. Ella, 7. Addie, who's 11 years. I'm sorry if I'm missing quite a few. It's just scrolling so fast. We've got 5 who's 7 and a huge Harry Potter fan. Sophia, aged 10. Lilia is 9. It's great to have so many of you young guys around.
On Twitch, our captain is Dylan, aged 9. Good evening to you.
Maria Foster says Evie is 13. For those of you who are on Facebook, if you actually transfer to Twitch or YouTube, we'll be able to see your comments easier. It is just rolling so fast, I can hardly read it. Isla is 9, who loves Harry Potter. Someone who was 45, but it just disappeared so quickly. I'm going to have to start reading at the bottom. Tilly is 10 the other day. Archie is 9. Oh, Tommy's 6 and loves Harry Potter. Great one. Izzy is 10. Shelley is 42. And good for you, Shelley. Jen Smith is 9. Izzy is 9. Max is 8. Stacey is 7 and a Potterhead. Arwen is 48. Abby with James 22.
Benny's 12 on Twitch, and our team captain is Mal, aged 13. That's Muggle Mayhem. What an appropriate name for our Twitch viewer there.
So let us know where you. Well, we've got 2 minutes to go. Let us know where you all are, so that we can see how far our farthest person is.
I'm 27 was recommended this quiz by YouTube. Is it meant for children? It's meant for absolutely anybody who loves Harry Potter. The questions vary from nice and easy to ones for extreme Potterheads. But I think everyone who has a passing interest in Harry Potter is going to enjoy this, no matter how old or young you are. I'm 44 years old in 3 days, says Simone. Well done. Oh God, I've got loads of spam coming through on the YouTube. Do apologise. Thank you so much for sending in those stars on Facebook, and thank you so much for sharing our event on Facebook as well. It really does help us out.
Yeah, sharing and liking us is really helping spread the word about Quiz Actually.
We've got Anthea, saying for fork's sake, joining from Malta. You were the very first team on our score sheet as well. I remember you. Let's have a quick look. You've got so many comments coming through, guys. If I can't read your comments out or Mark can't read them, I do apologise, but we are seeing hundreds a second. Die-hard Harry Potter fan Hufflepuff, Amber 14 over on Twitch. Well, currently on the Facebook poll, Gryffindor is leading as your Hogwarts house with 58% of the vote, with 296 votes. So I think we've got a lot of Gryffindors in tonight.
Yeah.
Again, we will remind you, anyone that sends you a link about ticket prices or watching it for a cheaper price is, of course, a spammer. Do not click any links that aren't to do with us. If Chris actually doesn't send it, do not click it.
Yes.
Galway Island, the Williams family.
Happy birthday to Jonathan. I didn't see who it was from because it went up so quickly.
There we go. We've got spammers putting it in there saying watch live. Of course, don't click the watch live comments.
Yeah, they're just going to take your card details or compromise your machine.
Once again, we will not be charging you at all for this quiz. It is 100% free. If someone asks you for payment details, they are spamming you or they are trying to scam you. Isla and Sam from London, big Potter fans over on Twitch. And we're coming back in 7 seconds. Right then.
Okay.
Let's pause our music. Let's get our intro on the screen. This intro will let you know how the rounds are played and, more importantly, what your rounds are as well. We shall see you.
Just before we go that, I've just got to say, what is my T-shirt saying? Quite aptly, they are lyrics from a certain band, which I'll talk about in 2 minutes.
We'll see you in a second.
To play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor. Smashing the glass and then a stupid argument. Something they said and because he didn't like it. Even though knows you, doesn't care cause he's barely even sober, doesn't know what you're doing, what you're saying, something's brewing in the air, you can feel it tonight, you're not alright, cause when he's broken and bleeding, he speaks without speaking, he says he'll fight to defeat them. Takes it to the street end until he's broken and bleeding. I speak, but I'm speechless. It happens every weekend. Happens every weekend. Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor.
And as always, we'd like to thank Rats for our intro music. They are a band from Liverpool who are our great friends, and I've got some amazing music out there. We're just putting the links into the chat lines for you so you can check them out.
There we go.
Please do check them out.
They're at facebook.com/official rats. People have been asking as well where the music and things like that is. Unfortunately, due to the fact that it's copyright, we can't use anything to do with Harry Potter in that respect. But I'm sure you can see it's a magical theme either way. Okay. Let's get ourselves on with the first round then. Once again, just to remind you, do not put any of your answers in the chat. If you put your answers in the chat, you will be taken to Azkaban and you will be muted or potentially banned from the stream. So keep your answers out of the chat. Just leave your chats and things in there as well.
We've had a comment from one of our regulars, Trevor Feelgood. Hi, Mark and Scabbers.
Thank you very much. Yes, so your answers, just write them on pen and paper. It's based all on honesty, but you can put your scores in on the score sheet at the end.
For each question, it's 2 points per question. If it's a person's name, you can have point for first name, point for surname, unless we say we only want the first name, etc. All the questions tonight are from Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire.
These are the films.
And it is only from, we've taken all the questions from the films because they vary from the book. So it's literally from the films that we're taking your questions. We're doing it that way because it's open to more people, because I think more people have seen the films than read the books.
Yes, so that being said, let's get into your first round and we'll see what this one round is called.
So whereas normally you have a potluck round, this is Potterluck.
Steve Gooch says, have we got a new camera? No, we just look really good today. Right.
So basically, the first 5 questions are from Prisoner of Azkaban, And the second 5 questions are from Goblet of Fire.
Yes. Roman Rock said, could you put a link here? I'm assuming you're talking about the score sheet, so there it is for you. Okay, I'm going to do the evens to this round, and Mark is going to take it away with the odds.
That's because he's calling me odd. Question number 1. How do you make the Marauders map reveal itself?
So that's your first one, and I'll remind you once again, guys, please make sure you do keep your answers out of the chat. Play at home, leave your answers out of the chat, but you can always put your general comments in the chat. If you do break the rules, you will be muted and potentially removed from the chat, so bear that in mind, please.
Thank you, Sarah, for your comment there as well. I just spotted.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, Roman. All right, nice easy one to start you off with. On to question number 2. So number 2, where did Ron go on his summer holidays? So where did Ron go on his summer holidays? And again, the first 5 questions of this round are for Prisoner of Azkaban, and the next 5 will be about the Goblet of Fire.
We've got the Bowtruckles, a mum and daughter team from New Jersey, USA. Thanks for joining us, guys. It must be quite early for you guys, I think.
Okie dokie. Once again, please keep your answers out of the chat, otherwise you will be muted or banned. Mary and Emmanuel, please keep them out of the chat. Thank you very much. Good evening, Kathy Clark and Andrea Sangster.
Question 3. What type of animal is Buckbeak? Beak.
I told him before the quiz.
I've got a problem with that word. Buckbeak.
We're from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, in Canada. Well, welcome to our Canadian friends.
Yes, I do like Canada, and I have been to Vancouver Island. It was absolutely beautiful. Macy, aged WW. I don't know what that's meant to be. Holly, age 8, and Samantha, not as old as Dumbledore. I do like that comment.
All right, moving on. Question number 4. Number 4, how do you stop the Monster Book of Monsters from trying to bite you? So how do you stop the Monster Book of Monsters from trying to bite you?
We're going to go through all 10 questions here, and then we're going to give you a few minutes with a recap of all the questions on the screen behind us before we go into the answers for this round.
Yeah. If you do see our eyes darting about, we are trying to look at your comments, but we will try and keep it on you as well.
Margaret from Croatia, hello to you. Hello to Sonny, age 7.
Best friend of the whole world, Julia. She's 12 and a Harry Potter genius, says Mike Cooper on YouTube.
Oh, we like the geniuses. Michael 11 and Maeve 8.
Score sheet
Nymph
link
10.
There we go. Score sheet link for you there, Sanjay.
Please come out of the score sheet once you've put your team name in there. We've got a maximum of 100 people that we can put in there. Next question, question 5. Oh, this is slightly trickier. What is the name of the Leaky Cauldron's hunchbacked servant?
Ooh.
It's the one who invites Harry into his room. But what was his name? He's only given a first name, so we only need his first name.
Yeah. With a lot of these answers, they may be given a full name in the book, but as far as it's said on the film, that's what we want. So as long as you're observing the film, that's what we mean in that one. Hello from Leeds, Travis, age 9.
Molly, apparently you are smashing it. Good on you, girl.
Preeta Patel says, I'm from the UK and I'm 9. Hello to you. The Duxbury's in Wokingham. Fantastic. We've got some people playing from India. Lily and Bridge Patel from India. Dolly Brown on Facebook. All right, moving on. Question number 6. So now we're on to the Goblet of Fire. These are 5 questions on the Goblet of Fire. Number 6. What are Voldemort's followers called? So again, nice easy one to start you off with. What are Voldemort's followers called?
Hello to Erin, 13 in Southampton. The Forrester family in Leicestershire.
If you've missed any of the questions due to a glitch or you've arrived a little bit late, there is a recap at the end of the round with all of them on the screen, so you're not going to miss any of them.
Happy birthday for tomorrow, Felix, who's playing with his mum from Whitstable. Remington from Indiana, USA.
Poland. Well, we've got a greeting from Poland. It's not easy to translate questions from English to Polish for our children. Berenika and Victoria. I apologise if I pronounced it wrong, but I hope I didn't. But we can do it. I'm glad we're being translated into Polish.
That's one of the reasons why we have our questions on the screen, so it gives you time to actually translate yourselves to tell your children.
We've got Alice, massive no geek, playing alone, still expect full answers, and I'm 30. As am I, Alice. You're never too old for Harry Potter.
Number 7. What item is used as a portkey at the beginning of the film? Remember, this is Goblet of Fire.
Where do we put our name on the score sheet, says Rebecca? Right at the bottom. Just find an empty cell. It doesn't matter if you put it really spaced down or not. I will be sorting them all out, so don't worry. I am Polish, but I understand English, says Gregors.
Good for you, mate.
Sophie and Olivia from Killarnock are loving the quiz. Thank you. You're very welcome. Right, we'll stop with the shout-outs because we're going to get a bit delayed again.
Yeah, let's get on with it. We'll do the shout-outs in the recap.
We are reading them, even if we don't shout them out.
Oh, question 8. I like this one, Alex. It's yours.
Number 8. What do the anti-Harry Potter badges say on them? So what do the anti-Harry Potter badges say on them? Thank you, Sarah Doggett on Facebook. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We do make all of our quiz questions and all of the graphics by hand. We don't download them from anywhere. We don't buy them. We watch everything that we do questions on to provide you with a bespoke quiz which you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, we've not just downloaded questions off the internet. We've come up with every single question tonight.
Once again, guys, I'll just remind you of the house rules. Onto there. Once you've got your name in the score sheet and you put your points in, please make sure you do fully leave the app and fully leave the web page, just so people can get their team names in. And I will remind you as well, it's not essential that you put your scores in straight away. You can put them in anytime you want. The score sheet will stay live for at least 2 weeks.
And you don't actually have to put your scores in at all. If you just want to play along, like a TV game show, do that.
Jackie says, shout me out, I'm preggers.
Hey! Question number 9. Ooh. The more specific you are, the more points you'll get on this one. What subject does Neville have an aptitude for?
Or what does he excel at? What school subject?
I was about to enlarge on that for our younger viewers. What is Neville good at? What is that subject called?
We've got people playing from Russia as well. Fantastic.
Henry and Ben in Cornwall.
St. Petersburg, that's Yulia.
Evelyn 11 in Wokingham. Shout out to Lola T.O. from Ashvale.
Again, we're not very good at reading out names, so if we pronounce them wrong, you just laugh at us.
Yeah, we do apologise.
And finally, question number 10. Ooh, question number 10. I was going to say spoiler alert then, but it would be kind of irrelevant. Number 10, who kills Cedric Diggory? So who kills Cedric Diggory?
Yeah, I think anybody doing this quiz has watched the film and actually know that he does die.
Yes, I think so. Hi to my best friend Wilf, he got me into these quizzes and our team captain on Twitch.
Excellent.
Sorry, you missed the first 6 questions and she just caught up.
Right, well, it doesn't really matter on the first 6 questions because we're about to go into our recap where you can see the first 6 questions again.
Okay, so that is your 10 questions. The first 5, of course, were about the third film, and the second 5 were about the fourth film.
We've had a couple of donations. Thank you so much to you guys. As we say, £1 or £2, $1 or $2. It really, really does help us. Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's just that it popped up on my phone, which I thought obliged to mention it.
Indeed. Okay, here's your recap then, just in case you missed any of these on the screen. Fantastic. Okay, and there is the donate button in the corner. Again, we're not asking you for money to play, but if you do feel like you could donate a few of your spare change over to us, it would be much appreciated, as we haven't got any jobs at the moment due to the COVID pandemic, and this is our only source of income.
So we've got Maya Smith, age 6, and Zofia, age 9. Happy birthday, Zofia. Shout out to Maria and Geely, I'm hoping that is.
And again, we've got people still putting spam in the comments. Don't click any links at all.
You know better than that. Other than the ones we put in, like when we put the Rats link in, they've got potential tour coming up, so do keep an eye out on them. They are amazing live.
Oh, we've had 27 shares so far on our Facebook. Thanks so much for doing that.
Yeah, it really
Sharing
does help.
really helps.
Sharing the live stream really helps us, so thank you.
Loving the quiz from the big kids, Rob41 and Linda38 in Leeds.
We love the big kids as well.
Good stuff. Hi, I'm Jazz. I'm playing with my friends. Can I have a shout out? Of course you can, Jazz.
Zoe Griffin is 19 today, and a shout out to Keely May, who's 15.
We're going to let this recap go for 1 more minute, and then we'll move on to the answers.
Another shout out to Emily Colgan.
Oh, we got Aine Whelan says, shout out to my granny who's 70 today and doing a Harry Potter quiz with me. I am 12 from Ireland. Great news. Happy birthday, Granny.
Happy birthday, Granny.
Lenny, 14, is kicking her dad's butt, says Grimfort on Twitch. Good.
Sophie, who's 9, is definitely in Gryffindor, she says.
So we're going to do the answers in 30 seconds time.
Shout out to Claire and Stu in Southwick in Brighton. There's one that was from Jamaica. I just saw the word Jamaica and then it disappeared. Hi to you guys.
We've got Hannah B on YouTube, who's 69 years old, from England.
Again, what's my top set? I'll just stand up so you can read it. They are lyrics from a song by Rats. And if you actually go onto their Spotify, you'll be able to find it. The track we use for our intro is called Weekend, by the way. I know a lot of people like that track.
Okay, that is your recap. We're going to move on then to the answers. Don't forget there are 4 more rounds after this one.
Hi to Ellen in Cork, Layla in 12, Isla 13. Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
So we'll wait for a bit more before we do any more shout outs.
So once again, you're going to award yourself 2 points for a fully correct answer. If it's half right, it's worth 1 point. So if you're looking for a full name or something like that, then it's 1 point for a first name, 1 point for a surname. But other than that, it's 2 points for a correct answer. South Wales, massive fans, says Jenny Greenhouse.
Right, let's get on with those answers. So do you want to do odds or answers?
You can do odds, it's fine.
Okay. So, on the Marauders map, I think everybody knows, you say, I solemnly swear I am up to no good.
Indeed.
Wasn't it? For all you youngsters, isn't it great the first time you read that?
Number 2, where did Ron go on his summer holidays? He went to Egypt. Egypt for number 2.
Book Beak is a hippogriff.
Hippogriff. We've got Owen 13 in Wokingham. The Stop the Monster Book of Monsters from trying to bite you. You very gently stroke the spine. Otherwise, it will attack you. Moving on.
Number 5, we did say we only need the first name because only the first name is used in the film. Leaky Cauldron's servant is Tom.
I'm sure many of you Potterheads know his exact full name and probably his date of birth as well. Hello from Worthing Hospital. I'm 55, by the way, says Joe. Number 6.
She gets in there somehow, doesn't she?
Number 6. Voldemort's followers, they are called Death Eaters. Death Eaters. So McCoy's just sent us a lot of poo emojis.
Yeah, we're going to hold the shout-offs till we can get to the end of these answers. The port key in the beginning of the film is a very old boot.
Indeed. Number 8. What do the anti-Harry Potter badges say on them? It is Potter stinks. Potter stinks for number 8.
What subject does Neville have an aptitude for? What is he good at? It is herbology. Now, if you've said plants or something like that, we'll let you have 1 point. If you've got something near, you can have 1 point. If you've actually given us the true title of herbology, you can have 2 points.
Yeah.
All the questions are 2 points per question.
They are indeed. Number 10. Who kills Cedric Diggory on the command of Voldemort? It is Wormtail.
Yes.
You can also have Peter Pettigrew as well.
Yeah, it wasn't Voldemort who killed him. It was actually Wormtail.
But it was with Voldemort's wand.
Yes.
Yes. So Wormtail or Peter Pettigrew is fine. I will accept Scabbers, technically. But there you go. Okay. So that is your first round over and done with. Let's pop us back to there then. Oh, there's all that animation at the end. I do apologise.
Right.
Okie dokie. So we're going to move on to your second round, round number 2.
Now, this second round, we play as we go along. You get 30 seconds to come up with your answers.
Oh, amazing. We've got so many full marks on that one.
Oh, that's brilliant. So this next round is...
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. So we're going to give you 4 potential answers for each question that you see. Once the answers are up on the screen, you get 30 seconds to come up with your answer. At the end of the 30 seconds, we reveal which one is correct. You get 2 points for being correct, choosing the right one.
Yeah, for this round there are 7 questions on the score sheet, so it does mean it's out of 14 points in this round. So once again, you'll see the question, and then you'll get 4 possible answers, A, B, C or D. As soon as the last one arrives on the screen, you then get 30 seconds to decide your answer. Once the 30 seconds is up, the wrong answers will be taken away, leaving the one remaining correct answer. And I'll remind you once again to make sure that you do not put your answer in the comments, please, for anyone who's watching and playing along.
Yeah. If you're playing as a team and you're slightly behind your teammates, come out and come back in again. You can be an extra 40 seconds behind your teammates, depending on where Facebook puts you in the stream. YouTube and Twitch are much closer.
This isn't tea in here, it's pumpkin juice, by the way. Okay. I'm going to do odds for this round, so I'm going to start with the first one. This one should be a fairly easy one to get you started. Number 1, on what part of the body does Buckbeak injure Draco Malfoy? So what part of the body does Buckbeak injure Malfoy? Is it on his head, on his leg, on his arm, or on his chest? Your time starts now.
You may notice the spinning number.
And also the wand appearing on the question part as well.
And the multiple choice is slowly colouring in.
We've got lots of full markers in the last round. Some big brain boxes in the group. Sophia, bloody big chicken. That's it. That's what he says.
Darcy and Lexi, age 6 from Hemel Hempstead. Good hello to you guys.
Okay, let's take away the wrong answers then. We'll leave you a couple of seconds just for anyone to catch up in case you're all playing over different households. Right. It's not head. It's not leg. It is arm. On his arm.
Which was whimpering that it would have to be chopped off.
Indeed. Okay, moving on. This is Mark's one.
Question number 2. What is the minimum age to be a Triwizard Cup contestant?
Caroline says, can we get a bonus point if we say which arm? Unfortunately not. Here we go.
Here they come. 14, 15, 16, 17. I knew it would happen. We've got a Potterhead comment that it actually killed him as Pettigrew, so it should be full points for Pettigrew. We're not being that petty. I get where you're coming from, and you're absolutely right, but no.
The scores once again for the Twitch group on there. I can't pin comments on Twitch, unfortunately, so I'll have to keep reminding you. It's tinyurl.com/HP scores.
Emma Dutton, she's either got 17 or she is 17. I'm not sure. Come on, the Hufflepuffs, Tilly, Scarlett, Holly, and Ray.
I like how you put the big kids at the end there. Right.
Let's take away those wrong answers. It's not 14 or 15. You are meant to be 17.
17 for that one. Okay, so once again, these are all worth 2 points each. As soon as you see the answer, you give yourself 2 points if you're correct.
Shout out to the Weasley Warriors just because it's there.
Yeah. We'll give you a reminder once again, guys. Please do not put your answers in the chat. Your chat is just for you to talk to us or to mention your teammates and things like that as well. Repeat offenders will be banned from the stream. Okie doke, let's pop it back. Right then, number 3. Question number 3. Ooh.
I like this one.
Number 3, what colour was the night bus? So what colour was the night bus? Was it blue, purple, red, or black?
Of course, Charlie Gorm, you can have a shout out. I love the name Team Seriously. I quite like that.
Amelia Potter, aged 8, can I have a shout out?
I'm loving how the real Potterheads are having a debate amongst themselves. Voldemort calls him Wormtail, so not Peter. So Wormtail kill the spare.
Love it. Okay, so let's take away the wrong answers then. What colour was the night bus? It was not red. It wasn't black. It was a lovely shade of purple. Purple. The night bus was so top heavy that they had to put 4 tons of weight in it to stop tipping over, said Sophia. Bit of trivia for you there as well. Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay,
on to the first of what I think is one of our Potterhead questions. Slightly tricky. What is Harry's Quidditch shirt number. So what number is on his shirt as he plays? Is it 1? Is it 5? Is it 7? Or is it 12? A shout out from Jenny, Millie, Laura and Victoria.
We got a shout out to Lexi from Freya, who's in bed after falling off her pony yesterday.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Oh no. Georgia in Liverpool is 18 tomorrow. It's a shout out from Rob Clark. Sam Jones says, we got this.
Yeah. Because the Facebook is going so fast, there are a number of people who are just putting copy and paste in there just to attract our attention. Please don't do that.
Well, I'll have to mute if you carry on.
Yeah, it's just you're just filling up so we can't read everybody else's.
Yeah. Okay, let's take away the wrong answers. It's not 5. It's not 12. It was 7.
Yeah, it was a tricky one, that one, I think.
Sorry,
well done if you got that one.
Well, there we go. Right. I'm going to start putting users in 300-second timeouts for shouting out answers now on YouTube. There we go. Shouting out answers will result in a 300-second timeout. Okie dokie. Moving on. Number 5. Number 5. What was the species of dragon that Harry has to steal the golden egg from? So what species of dragon was that Harry had to steal the golden egg from? Was it a Hungarian horntail, a Chinese fireball, a Welsh green, or a Swedish short snout?
Let me have a look. Amelia, age 10, loving Harry Potter so much. Can Joy and Auntie have a shout out? Team Farty Crouch Jr.
That's very good.
Very good, very good. Ceris Jones, I hope I've got your name right. From England, broke her head arm yesterday. Harry Potter fan.
Ooh.
We'll hope you get well soon.
Sarah Jane says, do you think it's because he's a 7th Horcrux? It probably is. I don't think that's ever occurred to me before.
What's that?
You have his numbers number 7 because he's a 7th Horcrux.
She does use numbers all the way through to repeat themselves.
All right then, let's take away the wrong answers then. What was the species of dragon that Harry has to steal the golden egg from? It wasn't the Swedish short snout or the Welsh green. It was the Hungarian horntail.
A shout out to Leah McCafferty from Mum and Dad in Donegal, Ireland. Shout out to brother Paul, age 6, says Lee Tibble. Question number 6.
Emerald Dragon on Twitch says, I love dragons. I couldn't guess from the name.
Question 6. Oh, another trickier one. South of where was Vernon's sister eventually found by the Ministry of Magic? Ooh. So this is after she blows up and goes floating off. Where does Cornelius Fudge say they finally caught her? Was it Stoke? Was it Leeds? Was it Sheffield? Or Crewe? So south of which of those UK cities
does he mention? 7 is also the most powerfully magical number, and there are 7 players on a Quidditch team. Good point.
Careful saying things like that, we might have that as a question.
I know we don't. Wish Daniel and Sophia were this good at school, says Claire Raw.
Oh, Claire, I think it's because they're saying, Mum, you don't know, but we do. I think that's what it is. For once, the kids are doing better. And I'm with you guys all the way on that. Let your parents know that they're rubbish compared to you.
Okay then.
Let's take the wrong answers away. It wasn't Stoke. It wasn't Leeds. It was Sheffield. South of Sheffield, they found her.
Shirley Trimble says, can we get a shout out for Team Potterhead? Just because I spotted it. Yeah, there's your shout out. All right. And timed out for you, sir. Right, number 7. Ooh, number 7. This one's one for those memers. Number 7.
I think this is the hardest question in the whole quiz.
Well, if you're a memer, it might not be. Number 7. What page does Snape tell the students to turn to in Prisoner of Azkaban? So what page does Snape tell the students to turn to? Is it 943, 439, 349, or 394? Oh, Alice said that was the first one you needed a multiple choice for.
Hi from Alex11, Jenna 8 in Ireland.
Hi, Alex and Bark, said Kieran.
Yes, I saw that. Gabs and Gian, big fans. Millie, who's 8, is absolutely thrashing her mum, says Anne Barker, sorry.
Every question's worth 2 points, Jackie Ayres.
And we're glad you're loving it.
All right. So again, it was very memeable. If you're a fan of the things sort of thing there. So what page does Snape tell the students to turn to? It's not 943 or 439. It is 394.
Shout out to Team Ravenshade from West Yorkshire.
I do miss Alan Rickman, says Sophia. Indeed.
Yeah, what a man.
What an incredible actor. Okay, so that was your 7 questions on multiple choice. So that round was worth a total of 14 points. Let us know how you did. Katie said that was too easy.
Okay. Okay.
Well, we don't make quizzes to make it hard or difficult. We make it so you have fun. So whether you found it hard or easy, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we want it to be as accessible to as many people as possible.
And again, there's no prizes, so it's just all for fun. There's no competitive edge. Because we don't like it being competitive. Not fans of it. Okay.
Apart from the kids and the parents.
Yes, apart from the family, inter-family ones, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's great.
Okay. So let us know your scores. Let's have a quick look. Thank you very much for our mods for commenting about the PayPal. Thank you so much.
Susie Q with 34 out of 34 and absolutely loving it.
Ooh.
Wendy Ford has sent us a dog bone. I'm not sure why.
Doggy Doo 62 said 7 books in the series, 7 galleons for Harry's wand, 7 Weasley children, 7 floors of Hogwarts, 7 players in a Quidditch team, and 7 obstacles guarding Philosopher's Stone.
And also, Eliza is age 7. I did see the rest of your family's names, but it's just gone off the top, I'm afraid.
Oh, sorry, you comment there. I did miss it. So if you want to send us a message, sorry, about the quiz, I didn't quite see it. It's been shoved up really quickly on that one. Okay. So this one might separate a few of you out because these are questions that we've made up specifically from Mark's weird recesses of his mind, and you'll see how that works in just a second. Okay, so round number 3 is... Thank you so much, Sandra Jones, for contributing on PayPal. Much appreciated.
So this round is a mixture of pictures to identify and also what is called dingbats in the UK and what's it in the US. It's a picture that represents something from Harry Potter cryptically, and you have to work out what it is. You get 30 seconds for each of all these questions, and you get 2 points per question.
Hello from Poland, from Lionel. Okay, so again, what you're going to see for some of these is a picture that represents something from the 2 films. Okay, so they're not going to be immediately obvious, but some of you might get them really quickly, or you might be a bit longer, but you do get time on these as well. The first 10 seconds of which will be silent, just for it's not distracting you, and then when the 20 seconds remaining, there'll be a little bit of a countdown music just to give you a notice of how long you've got left.
And hello to Giotti for the first time.
Okay.
And just one more, last one. Happy birthday to Laia, who is turning 12 this Saturday. Happy birthday to you.
Right. Okay.
So number 1 is this one.
And it is a dingbat.
It is a dingbat. What does that represent? What can you see? If you see it, say it, although it isn't catchphrase.
No. Legally not. And again, make sure you do not put any of your answers in the chat. Even if it's a hint, don't do it. Thank you.
We've been asked what the background picture is that you chose, Alex.
The background picture is a bunch of wands, prop wands stuck in a wall that I've blurred out slightly.
A shout out to Holly, Jason, Annabelle and Dara in Cava.
The Godly said, thanks for doing this. You're very welcome. 30 out of 34. Very well done. Okay. So
what we've got the word on, and the man is pulling it along. So what's a different word for pulling it along? It is drag. So you've got dragon.
Drag on. There
Drag on. So that's how these work. Okay?
So you're dragging on. You're dragging the word on. It's a drag on. Dragon. Again, this one, like I said, it may separate a few of you.
Mark Griffith says, daughters Sophia, 9 and Isla, 7 are destroying him. Great, mate. We like that.
All right, number 2. This one is just a standard picture. And for this one, I would like you to name the actor. So name the actor. For this one, you're not naming the character, you're naming the actor. Last connection after number 7 on round 2. There was only 7 questions, Muggle Mayhem, on round 2, so you didn't miss anything. Martin says, can we have the answers at the end? Yeah, number 1 was drag on, because it was dragging the word on. I can remind you again if you need to. So number 1 was drag on, because it was dragging the word on. So number 2 was name the actor. In our previous quiz, we had name the character. And in this one, we're looking for the actor's name, which is Devon Murray. Devon Murray. So Sonia Ford said Wayne Rooney. Not quite. Not quite.
He's actually doing quite well for himself. I think he's turned his back on acting, and he does a lot of into horse jumping and those sort of things, and also has his own animal sanctuary.
Okie dokie.
Number 3 is back onto the Dingbats. What is this meant to be? Try and work it out.
If you get the first name, Sam, you get 1 point. It's 1 point for first name, 1 point for surname. Okay, so again, this is a dingbat. Look at it carefully. See what you can see on the picture and just work from what you can see.
Yeah, it relates to something that's in those 2 films.
I like that. We've got kids 36, parents 2, said Julie Fletcher. James and Seb, the Quidditch Kid, shout out to you.
Indeed.
Okay, what can you see there?
Sarah says, shout out please to Isla, age 9.
So break down what you can see. I'll give you a little bit long to work out on that one. There's a couple of people who are confused from the first one.
Okay.
Shout out to my son Harlan. He's 11 tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Harlan.
No points for the character, unfortunately, Amanda Good. We basically throw at least one cast member question in each quiz, so we've gone with that.
Okay, so break down what you see there.
So shall I do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've got 3 men there, and they're wearing the letter D. And then you've got church excursion, a forest trek, a jungle safari, a city day trip, otherwise known as tours. D men tours.
Dementors. If you didn't like that, I'm so sorry.
Sorry, it's the way my mind works. I've tried to not be as strong with these, but...
Yeah. So again, all the questions do relate to the films. So I know you've seen 3D Path, but that's got nothing to do with the film. Okay. Shout out to 12 from Ireland. My name is Caitlin. Happy shout out to you, Caitlin. There you go. Number 4.
Shout out.
I don't know. Okay, so for this one, number 4, I'm looking for the name of the character. Point for first name, point for surname. I'm looking for the name of the character for this one. Here we go. Maria Reese says, these are mental. I know, I'm sorry. And Abby says, oh my god, I actually got the Dementors one.
Oh, good for you, Abby.
It took Sophia a last second to figure that one out.
Emma Watson is retiring.
I think she is, yeah.
Well, she is.
Yeah,
right,
she's actually retiring.
All right. Shout out to Isla 9. Shout out to Molly.
Zoe says, oh, Josie Maguire says you're blurry.
Are we?
I don't know.
Paul says, finally I got an answer my daughter didn't. Say hi to Ayla, age 10.
Okay.
She's loving this.
So we're naming the character. Features twice, once in a flashback and once in the real time in the film. That one is Igor Karkarov. Igor Karkarov for number 4. Yes, so we'll remind you once again, answers out of the chat, please. If you are just joining us, the answers out of the chat, please. If we see you putting the answers more than once, you will be banned from the stream permanently. You just put your answers on pieces of paper or keep them with you, and the rest of the chat is just for you to talk to your team or talk to us. So, answers away, please.
Yeah, I want to do a few shout-outs to the PayPal people. Thank you for shouting out my son Jacob's birthday tomorrow. It's made his day. Thank you for someone who put, great quiz, my first time, and my daughter is loving it. I will try those PayPal comments. I will take note of, and I will try and read them out for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Next up,
number 5, another dingbat. So what matters to us is the one on the end. What could that be?
The Dementor one melted my mind, said GCB on YouTube.
Well, if that will, I'm not sure what this one will do.
My sister's birthday today. Can you give a shout out, please? That's from Millie Harris. Happy birthday to Millie Harris's sister.
Sam from Hartford, having an awesome time. Shout outs to Madison, please.
What does Azkaban look like? Said Yotsana Mulgund. It looks like a prison on a rock on an angle. It's very strange.
Shout out to Ellen in Cork.
All right. So number 5 then.
Number 5. Okay, so we've got a happy purple, a crying yellow, and a serious black.
Sirius Black. Answered, that's a good one. Azkaban is a Toblerone on its side, says Sophia. Number 6 then. Number 6. For this one, we're looking for the name of the character. The character in the book does have a surname, I believe, but we're just looking for the name of the first name for this one. So you need just the first name of this character, please. We're looking for the character name, not the actor name, by the way. Here we go. What's his first name?
And shout out to Sorcha, it's her birthday tomorrow. We've been asked for a link to the PayPal. If someone can pop that in for us, please.
I'll do it there as well.
Someone put, I just sent you a request by mistake. Here's the proper one. Thank you very much. You know who you are.
Trevor says he hates this round.
Trevor always hates this round.
Well, you know how I feel about Trevor.
Trevor is one of our regulars. We're online every Monday and every Friday at just before 8 o'clock for our regular quiz, which is ever-changing rounds, ever-changing categories. That is that.
Alice Taylor said he isn't in the book. You are right. He's not in the book. It's an amalgamation of Colin Creevy and his younger brother, I believe. But in the film, he's mentioned by the first name of Nigel. The surname is Walpert, but I don't believe it is mentioned in the film. So you're just going to get 2 points for Nigel, as he's the one that tries to get Harry's autograph.
Right, particularly with this next one, please do not put any hints or jokes or anything relating to it. This is probably my best one that I've come up with on the Dingbats.
And by best, it can either be best or worst, depending on how you're finding the round. Okay.
Loving the quiz from the Robertsons in Great Weltnam. Yeah. So thank you to you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, here it comes. This is the really groan-worthy one. We're going to give you a bit longer on this one, I think. We're going to give you a little bit longer on that one.
Sophia said, wow, that's so bad. So that means you got it then. And people asking about the background, again, I bought it from a stock website. I looked for something to do with magical, and that looked like wands in a wall, so that's where I picked it from. It might look like the gate, but that's just what I picked it from. Okay, so working backwards, right to left, we've got a Ho, then we've got Will Smith, so we've got Will O, and the first one is a pin, but it's simply one pin. So we've got one pin, Will Ho. One pin, Will O. People are saying this round has broken them. I do understand.
We're back to normal on the other rounds. It's just one that we put in for a little bit of fun, just to separate people out and just give a little bit of variation in the quiz.
Yes. So the next 2 rounds are going to go back to your standard question and answer. No more weird abstract stuff on this one. You're going to be safe. It's going to be fine.
Julie says her mum is bossing this round. Mike Cooper, that was terrible.
I know.
Yeah.
Rebecca Clark says she doesn't know who Will Smith is.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
we went with the most famous Will we could think of, really.
And Lifty YT says that's a paperclip, not a pin. No, it's a safety pin. It's specifically a safety pin. Okay, let's move that on then. And we'll get back to our main screen. There we are.
So there is the PayPal if you'd like to donate. As we keep saying, if you haven't got any money, if you're like us, that you've got no money coming in because you've lost your income due to COVID, look after yourselves and look after your family first. What you can really help us with is actually giving a share to the video, a share to our links. That really helps us.
Subscribing on YouTube and things like that really do help. We've had the worst insult I think I've ever seen. Alfie on YouTube says, I hope both sides of your pillow are warm tonight. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. So we're going to move on now to your 4th round, round number 4.
Yeah. We only put a few dingbats in. We don't overdo the dingbats. We don't want it affecting it too much.
No.
So this is a round that the kids did really, really good at last time.
Here we go. All right, so this round, Willow from Brighton gets a shout out. Yes, they do. So this round is all about quotes and spells. The first 5 questions are going to be on spells.
And then the second 5 questions from 6 to 10 are all about quotes.
UST0 on Twitch said, I hope your phone only charges at a certain angle. These are getting worse. My God. All right. So I'm going to do evens on this round, so it's up to you.
Marley says, can I get a scream? Indeed. Okay, so I'm going to start this one off. So to get you started on the spells, probably the most well-known one. What spell is used to ward off those Dementors?
GCB says, I'm normally good at dingbats, but they broke me. As we say in our regular quizzes, if you don't get all of Mark's dingbats right, you are normal.
It's just my mind, I'm afraid.
Yes, so don't be afraid that you didn't get all the answers right in there. I'd be more worried if you got all of Mark's dingbats.
Happy anniversary to Stuart and Becky Berry, who've been together 20 years. Wow. Happy anniversary to you guys.
Maria Reese says, these dingbats are worse than normal. It's a special quiz. Okay, moving on. Question number 2.
Question number 2. How many unforgivable curses are there?
Ooh. There we go. Once again, answers out of the chat, please. You have now been muted for an hour. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're basically going to mute you for an hour so if you put an answer in the chat. So please do not put any answers in the chat.
Emerald Dragon says, do we need the type of spell or the words for the spell? We need the words for the spell. For number 1. I hope when you use ketchup, only water comes out. From my daughter Amy, says Peter Lacey.
Before you go on, I just really want to point this one out. On our paper, we've had something that says, sorry, it's not more, but love the quiz so much. You know who you are. Any amount is gratefully received. Do not feel sorry for giving a small amount. It helps us, and that's what matters to us.
Yeah.
And there was also another one.
Lilia says, I hope you wake up 15 minutes before your alarm.
And thanks, such fun, Hagrids. You know who you are, guys. So, question number 3. What spell does Lupin use to incapacitate the Whomping Willow? It's when he basically goes under the willow so he doesn't get thumped, he says something. What does he say?
Got a lovely comment there on Twitch. Hi from Saskatchewan, Canada. We are here with a future Harry Potter fan who's a 2-week-old baby.
Oh,
Gonna get them starting young, that's good. Yeah, so once again, guys, we never charge you for a quiz. Our quizzes are always free to enter and free to play, but donations are appreciated, but they are not they're not required. I hope your nice cold pumpkin juice goes warm.
Shout out to... We're getting abused now. We love that. Shout out to Peanuts from Northern Ireland.
We've got Sosha Nick Gaia Fadraig says, please shout out. I hope I got your name right there.
I think it's Fadri.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. Number 4.
Number 4. What animal does Moody change Draco into? So what animal does Moody change Draco into? William Hawkey is a huge Harry Potter fan. Giving them a shout out. Happy 80th wedding anniversary to my nan and granddad Connie and Tommy Law. Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. That is wonderful.
I hope your chocolate frog melts and that got put in our spam filter. I don't know
we
why.
don't mind that.
Okie dokie. Time out.
Question number 5. So this is on the second of the task of the Triwizard Tournament. What spell does Harry cast to reach the surface of the lake? So when he's deep in the water, what spell does he use to get himself out of the water?
Ella said, what other quizzes do you do? Mondays and Fridays we do a general knowledge quiz that changes every week. There are four rounds. They vary. We do have a Harry Potter quiz coming up on the 28th of March as well. And we do have a Marvel Phase 1 quiz, which is going to be on the 28th of March at the same time as tonight. So I'm going to put that in there as well.
We're also going to be doing Star Wars. We're also going to be doing Disney. I just want to say thank you to Daniel for your donation. Thank you, mate. It makes a big difference to us.
Really does. Thank you so much. Chloe and Leo from Canada. Shout out from Wendy Ford. Right, number 6. We're on to quotations. So we're on to quotations. Oh, look, that's a lovely one. I've never... hi, it's Neve and Co, and we've made my brother's room Harry Potter themed. Shout out to you. Right, number 6. Who angrily announces, I'm not an owl? So who angrily announces, I'm not an owl?
Thank you to Tracy for your donation. You know who you are.
$4.99, no prizes, otherwise it would encourage cheating, so we don't put prizes on our quiz, it's just for fun. Avengers quiz, says Kids of the World. Our Phase 1 quiz will end with the Avengers quiz. Every day we're niffling. Good shout out there.
Thank you, Sarah.
Millie Harris says, sorry to bother you, but can you give my mum a shout out because she's the best mum ever?
Oh, that's lovely.
Because you asked so politely.
And it is Mother's Day next Sunday in the UK.
GCB says, I'll be definitely joining in with the Marvel quiz, and if you do a Star Wars or Disney one, oh, they're all coming up, don't you worry.
To our Rats friends, how are you doing, guys? Number 7. Who says the ones who love us never really leave us?
Thank you, Sarah Henderson, who says it's a fab quiz. Jess says, can we input our team names for the Marble quiz now, or do you have to wait? Yes, unfortunately, Jazz, I've not got the score sheet up ready for the Marble quiz, but your interest has now been noted. I will be putting the Marvel score sheet up soon. Thank you very much.
The Disney quiz will be sometime in April, I believe. That's what we're aiming for.
Oh, the Marvel score sheet, it actually is up. I forgot about that. So the ones who are interested about the Marble quiz, it's tinyurl.com/MCU scores. So the same as the score sheet for tonight, apart from it's MCU scores instead of HP scores. So there you go. If you do want to get your name on there, you're welcome to.
Helen says, shout out to my wonderful son Sam. He's going back to school tomorrow.
Haley Forsyth says she has that quote as a tattoo, and I said to Mark, I'm sure people have. Why can't I send on PayPal what is email, says Robbie Johnson. It's alexandmarkquiz@yahoo.com if you can't get on there. So it's alexandmarkquiz@yahoo.com. That's our PayPal email address. Number 8. Who said this? Blimey, the old codger can see out of the back of his head. So who says, blimey, the old codger can see out the back of his head?
Which character said that? Point for first name, point for surname.
Shout out to my mum Hayley, who's been cast in a new episode of EastEnders. Wow. That's awesome.
Shout out to Elizabeth from Galway. Susan Van, I won't give your surname out. Thank you for your donation. Gratefully received. Thank you so much.
I hope you get stuck in the staircase for making us go through that last round. So. There you go.
Bring on the abuse. We're used to it.
Kieran Panslas says, what time is the Marble quiz? It will be the same time as tonight. So 5:45 p.m. GMT will be the start of the Marble quiz.
Yeah, we realise that there'll be a number of our younger viewers for the Marble quiz, which is why we're taking it that little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks for another great evening, Farty Coach Junior says with their donation. Thank you so much, guys. Number 9. Oh, this is a good one. What is the PS that Sirius ends his letter to Harry with?
Lovely the quiz from South Africa. Amazing. Kids of the World says, who's your favourite Avenger? Captain America.
If you want to read that out, Alex, since I've been doing them all so far.
I can't see it.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Benjamin, age 12, and Caitlin, age 7, who very much appreciated. We are loving the second Harry Potter quiz. Thank you so much. You know who you are, and thank you for your donation.
And finally,
he is awesome, Kids of the World. Captain America is awesome. How can we donate if you don't have PayPal, says Alice Taylor? Unfortunately, we don't have any way to do that. The best way you can donate without donating money is your time. If you can share our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube, things like that, those things really do help us as well.
Okay, moving on to question 10, which is yours.
Number 10, what does the conductor say is the night bus for? So what does the conductor say the night bus is? So it's 8 words. So what does the conductor say the night bus is? What's it for?
Basically, it's when Harry's on the bus, waiting to get on the bus, he explains what it's all about. There's 8 words. If you get them all right, you can have a full 2 points. If you get close, you can have 1.
And here across rooms, yeah. Will we include WandaVision in your MCU quiz? We're going in phases, so I think WandaVision's included in phase 4. So when we give our phase 4 quiz, we will be doing a WandaVision one as well.
And wasn't WandaVision brilliant? I love the ending.
Indeed. Thank you, Doggy62 says like and subscribe if you can. All right, so that's your 10. And again, we're going to have another recap. So let's get onto that screen.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'll do a shout out to Ben, who has his birthday next Saturday. A shout out to Team Alan in Sheffield, who are really enjoying the quiz. 8 words is because it's specific. That's why we're using 8 words for the person who mentioned that. Hi to Stanley, age 11, who is apparently smashing this quiz. Well, good for you, mate.
Thank you very much for your donation about your daughter Eleanor's Harry Potter themed birthday. That sounds fantastic. And please do not apologise for any amount you send. Please.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate any and all amount that people do send.
Yeah, you basically said sorry for it's not more. The fact you've donated is really touching to us and really helps us. So thank you very, very much.
Indeed.
Just watching and sharing, as I haven't seen any HP, but sending a little something to help out. Thank you. You know who you are.
That's incredibly generous. Thank you so much.
And Daniel and Sophia, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much.
Do you all support LGBTQ? We support absolutely anyone and everybody from any creed, race, colour or sexual provocation. We love them all.
Shout out to the Fries and Cormacs in Bristol. After this round, this is round number 4. We've got one more round, which is Owls.
Helen Surley says, what's your favourite character? Who's your favourite character? I would say my favourite character is probably Lupin, because he's more understood one. Misunderstood.
Ooh, character. On the early films, I quite liked Devon's Seamus Finnegan, just because he kept getting blown up. I just thought there was a lot of humour in that without going for a major character. Who else did I like in it? I quite like Tonks. I think she plays it well, and I also love the way Helen Bonham Carter plays Beatrix Lestrange. Bellatrix Lestrange. She's just so mental. It just really works.
Shout out for the first time is Dan, Nick, Laura, and family Craig and family. Great quiz. Thank you so much, Dan Parr.
We just had thanks.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's bring that back in.
Shout out to Francis. I'm 11 and a Ravenclaw and my cat Tuppy. What a fun name for a cat.
A great quiz. Thanks, guys. Cassia, etc. Thank you for your donation. Loving the quiz is another one.
Favourite teacher? Whoa, favourite teacher. I don't know, actually. Matt Neal says, can I have the PayPal link? You can, of course, have the PayPal link. Thank you very much. It is there. PayPal.me/quiz, actually.
Thank you for your donation from the family in Tipperary. My grandfather...
Has that moved on? I don't think it has. It did do. I just didn't see it.
I've made it slightly longer because there's more questions to it.
I see. My mistake.
My grandfather, Alex's great-grandfather, came from Ireland, from County Cork.
Ballygunnery, I think it's more specific.
Luna Lovegood. I think, yeah, I really like Luna as well.
Thank you so much again from Daniel, Emmy and Mum Fiona. Thank you so much for your donation. It is so appreciated. Thank you very much.
Favourite student?
Dumbledore, Professor Snape. Ooh, I would have to say Dumbledore.
Yeah, me too, Dumbledore. Apparently, Alex, you sound like Dan Radcliffe.
Do I really? Take that as a compliment. Actually, when I was a lot younger, I actually had an injury. I fell over and hit my head, and my actual scar on my head was shaped like a lightning bolt. I was very popular for a brief period in my my adolescence. Thank you very much for Maria and Emily. Thanks so much, Gail,
for your donations.
And we've got loving the quiz. We're doing surprisingly well. Thanks to Ollie. Thank you very much for your donation as well. And the quiz from the Wizards in Wales. What a lovely donation. Thank you so much. Trelawney's your favourite, says Sarah. Right. We'll let this run for one more minute and then we'll get on with the answers to this round. And it's our 5th and final round after that.
Oh, good question from Karen. Harris or Gambon as Dumbledore?
Harris.
Yeah.
Only because he was the first one I saw and I think he was a bit more wizardly. I don't know why. That's just the way I say it.
Happy 8th birthday to Emily Hunt, who are in Coulsdon in Surrey. I've been through Coulsdon many a time.
Thank you, Ida Potter on Twitch. He says we love our quiz.
A big shout out to Sophia11, who's Slytherin mad.
Just need to ask, why are Harry Potter lines so dramatic? I don't know.
Michelle has said you guys remind me of Fred and George.
Fair enough. We've been called worse. Thank you very much, Michelle. Do we get bonus points for naming the Unforgivables? No, just how many there are. Just to keep it fair to those who might not know it. That's all. Mark or Thingy, says Trevor. Just because you're a moderator doesn't mean you can get away with that.
Please say hi to Toby and Toby7 and Milo6.
Right, let's get on with the answers to round number 4.
Who's my favourite Weasley? Ginny.
Percy. Just because the one that seems to have his life most together. I don't
And
know.
yet again, she had very little to say in these films.
No. All right, so it is quote and spells answers. These are all worth 2 points each.
So here we go. The spell used to ward off Dementors. I think everybody knows this one. Expecto Patronum.
Expecto Patronum. Olivia Leach says, my dog is named Padfoot. It's better than your dog's names. Moving on, number 2. Unforgivable curses. There are 3 unforgivable curses, as explained by Hermione Granger.
I just had another donation. Thank you, Alex and Mark, for a great Sunday night fun with the kids before they return to school tomorrow. Thank you so much. It's so gratefully received. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Kristen says Hermione is her favourite. Number 3. Number 3, Lupin using the incapacitating the Whomping Willow. He uses an Immobilus spell. Immobilus for number 3. Well done if you got that one.
Number 4, what animal does Moody change Draco into? It is a ferret that goes down
Goyle's
trousers, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Captain Stunt Biker said, we've donated, so can you please give us a shout out? Shout out to Captain Stunt Biker. Number 5. Number 5, what spell does Harry cast to reach the surface of the lake? It is Ascendio. Ascendio. And thank you so much for your comment, GCB. We really enjoy making these quizzes for people as well.
Yeah. Pandora's saying, thanks so much for from the Mellets and the Plus Ones on a Zoom call. That's a great way to do it, on a Zoom call, so you can have fun together while watching it in different places.
Moving on.
We've got, Emma, we've got one more round after this one. I am not an owl was Hermione, because she didn't want to be the go-between between Ron and Harry when they're having their dispute.
Indeed. I'm not an owl. Number 7. The ones who love us never really leave us. Fantastic speech for a tattoo, in fact. It was Sirius Black. So Sirius Black for number 7. Thank you to Mark Neal for donation as well. You just put it on YouTube. Thank you so much. Number
8. Blimey, the old codger can see out the back of his head.
It'd have to be.
It's definitely a Seamus Finnegan comment, isn't it? So point for Seamus, point for Finnegan.
As always. What is your house, says Rebecca Clark? Well, I think most of the people who voted were in Gryffindor.
Yes. One of my favourite questions now.
What is the PS that Sirius ends his letter to Harry with? It is PS, the bird bites. And then it does chomp on Harry's finger.
It's up in the tower when he gets the in the Owl Tower.
Oh, thank you very much, Emma Hart. Says it's her first quiz, actually, and we'll definitely be returning.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the Harry Potter every first and third week of the month, because we get such an audience. We're going to keep doing it every first and third of the month. Once we've gone to the end, we're going to go right back to the start again.
Do a different theme, basically.
Yeah.
Right, and number 10.
Number 10, we need a repeat on the answer to number 3, which was Immobilus.
Immobilus.
Number 10, we wanted 8 words. The full 8 words are: it is an emergency transport for the stranded witch or wizard. If you got that exactly spot on, because this was a question for the real Potterheads, you can have 2 points. If you're more or less there with it, we'll let you have 1 point.
Ronald would like me to tell you that Seamus told him that Dean was told by Parati that Hagrid's looking for you, says GCB.
That's the one.
That's the one. Cassie Cookie and Coco My Ears. That's a shout out for you. Got no idea what that means, but there you go. It's a shout out for you. Okay, let us know what your points were on that one then, please. Let's see how you did.
Zoe says, can you give a shout out to my Harry Potter obsessed daughter, Dulcie? Of course, we'd love to do that.
All right. Oh, got the same thing on. I left it on. My mistake. Okay.
Okay, so a slightly different thing. If we can put that back on screen, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
We can put that one back on.
Yep.
Normally, we don't do any advertisements whatsoever. But as it's Mother's Day coming up, I thought this would be quite apt. A good mate of mine, Benji Taylor, who is a very, very well-respected promoter of grassroots music, lost all his income because of the COVID, and rather than sit on his laurels, he actually started making these truffles. They're brilliant truffles. He's made them vegan so that anybody can have them, and he's now increased, for those regulars who've heard me mention it before, a new biscotti truffle. They're all vegan just so that everyone can have them, and they're quite big. They're not tiny at all. But it's there if you want to have a look at it. vegantruffles.co.uk. You need your order in the next couple of days for it to be guaranteed for Mother's Day, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. And we are doing another round, Jennifer. Our 5th and final round is, I hope you've been revising, because it's now time for your owls. So for years 3 and 4, this is your owls. And as you said on the screen there as well, students must not put their answers in the chat.
Okay.
So again, these are slightly trickier questions.
Yes, because they are owls. It is your exams.
Yeah, we hope you've been revising.
Thanks a lot for the quiz. Love Susie, Rory and Ross. Thank you for your donation.
Are they gluten-free, says Dolly Brown?
I think they possibly are. Just drop him a message and he'll let you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Jackie and Andy in Albrighton, as I've seen your comment a few times on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to do odds in this one. So this one, I wouldn't say is hard, but it's a nice one to ease you into the round. Ut says you only do your owls in the 5th year. I know, but we wanted to think of something more funny than general knowledge to say. Okay, number
so we
one.
said owls. It's your owls, not the year's owls. It's your owls.
Yes. Number one. How many times does Dumbledore tell Hermione to turn the time turner?
It is round 5.
Yes.
Question number 2. What form does Victor Crumb take while he's underwater?
Owls. 5th round, yes. Did it say 4 on the screen?
Did it say 4 on the screen? I'm sorry if it did. It should have said 5th.
Have a quick look. Just check. It did say 4. There you go. Do that one. In fact, I just cast a magical spell, and in fact, it said round 5. Fancy that. I just cast a quick spell.
Thank you to Catherine for your donation, and Susie, Rory and Ross, thank you for your donation too.
Answers out of the chat, please, guys. I have now banned you for 60 minutes from talking. Thank you very much. Number 3.
Number 3 is you.
Number 3. What do the spiders want Ron to do in his nightmare? So what do the spiders want Ron to do in his nightmare?
Oh, lovely comment from Gemma Vi. Awesome quiz. I've been waiting for this quiz ever since the last one on films 1 and 2.
Thank you so much. Henlo from my rats Cassie, Cookie and Coco. Henlo, friend. You didn't specify which series letter. I said a different letter. Can I still get it? To Alice Taylor. I believe series only sends 1 letter in the 2 films, as far as I know.
If we're wrong on that, we will allow it. But
I don't think so.
As far as we can remember, he only sent 1 letter in those 2 films.
Andrea said the spell was PowerPointius. That was it. PowerPointius. Okay.
And you're acquitted. Okay.
We need to
clear that off. Okay, question number 4. I like this one. The spirits of how many people come out of Voldemort's wand to help Harry?
Naven said, what was question 1? It was how many times does Dumbledore tell Hermione to turn the time turner?
So this question relates to the very end of film 4, Goblet of Fire, when they have the bit of a duel thing going on.
Yeah. Oh, we've also got people commenting about the vegan truffles. I will put a link to Benji's link there as well. It's on there, on the YouTube and on Twitch. As we said, we don't do advertising really, but he is a friend of ours. We're not being paid for it, so just something to help another friend out. So it's vegantruffles.co.uk. Yeah, the fireplace letter. Well, that's not really a letter. It's him coming through the fireplace, isn't it?
Yeah. Another donation from Nice Berry Cakes. Thank you to you.
Number 5. What does Filch repeatedly do wrong throughout the film The Goblet of Fire? So what does Filch repeatedly do wrong throughout The Goblet of Fire? On Prisoner of Azkaban, he said, P.S. I thought Ron might like to keep the owls. It's my fault he doesn't have a rat. I believe that's in the book and not in the film. We're only referencing the films on this one. Jennifer says, can we go a bit slower? There is always a recap at the end, and we are aiming to finish at 5:30 just so our youngest Potterheads can get to bed early.
Yeah, we know that some of them have been allowed up a bit later, because this is what happened last time. Been allowed up a little later than normal, just so they can do the quiz.
Yeah, so sorry if you seem a bit rushed. We're just trying to make sure that we do finish at the time we said.
That said, someone else told us to go faster, so... we're glad that you're enjoying this, guys.
Taylor Wassall, a shout out. She turned 11 on Thursday and had a whole Potter theme day. Amazing, Taylor. I hope you had fun.
That's a great birthday idea. Question number 6. What is the name of the night bus conductor?
Point for first name and point for surname.
Slightly trickier question.
Shout out to my aunties Nan, Trudy, Sophie and Jane. They are the best and it's all their birthdays tomorrow. Are they triplets? That's amazing. My great-great-aunts are triplets.
Right.
Daisy, age 10. Do you loving this quiz? Shout out to you.
Question number 7, Alex.
Question number 7. Ooh, this is a tricky one, I think. Question number 7. What is the talent that Lupin says James Potter passed on to Harry? So what is the talent that Lupin says James Potter passed on to Harry?
And
No problem at all, Alice. People need to tell us if we are in the wrong. But obviously, we're just trying to make sure that it is the films. But if you ever find that there is a question that you're not quite sure on, or you think the answer's a bit different, then please do let us know, because you're bigger fans than we are.
Yes, please, the full names for the conductor. Thank you, Kelly, for your donation as well.
Number 5 was, what does Filch repeatedly do wrong throughout the Goblet of Fire? That's for Gordon. Just got Katie Chandler just sent a comment. Oh no.
Oh, that's lovely. Shout out to Ellie, Keely and Kaylee, who left their Minecraft game to play the quiz. That is an honour that you've done that. Question 8. Who or what is Fortuna Major? Who or what is Fortuna Major?
Fiona DZ, I'm going to delete your comment, as we don't allow the answers in the chat. They were for a lot earlier in the quiz, but just so it's not spoiling anybody else's, I'm going to just delete your chat. Please make sure that you do keep your answers out of the chat, otherwise you will be sent to Azkaban.
I think, Mimi, there's going to be a lot of people your age, who's 12, who wishes that she was going to Hogwarts instead of normal school tomorrow.
I mean, I'm 30 years old and I wish I was going to Hogwarts tomorrow.
Yeah. Question number 9, Alex.
Question number 9. Just going to move that down. Wonderful stuff. Oh, we've got players from Norway. Super fun. I've got most of them right, says Thomas Bjozeth. I think I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, I do apologise. Number 9. Where does Rita Skeeter hold her interview with Harry? So where does Rita Skeeter hold her interview with Harry?
Another two donations coming through. Another donation, sorry. Thanks, lads. It's just gone off my screen. Thanks, lads. Great quiz. And you're in Coventry. You know who you are, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hoggy-Warty Hogwarts, indeed. Shout out to Willow before she goes to bed. That's from Lucy.
Oh. Helen's loving the questions. Let's see how you do with number 10.
Oh, love the quiz. I just got my mummy to send you £1 from the Tooth Fairy, Mia, age 10. Thank you so much, Mia.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, number 10. It's only mentioned once. This is a Potterhead question, I think. It's very, just a little small section where you hear it. But what is the name of the truth serum?
So that Snape shows to Harry. I'm 54 and wish I was going to Hogwarts, says Sam Wilde.
Good on you, Sam.
And Lizzie 10 says, I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but at least I'm having lots of fun.
That's the whole point. If you're having fun, we're happy. Marie Taylor, Indigo, age 9, and Ravenclaw. Brother Max is a Slytherin.
Yeah, it was weird because in the film, the two twins that go out with Harry and Ron to the dance are both in Gryffindor, but in the books they're actually sorted into different houses to just show how random it actually is. There you go. Okay, so...
Oh, can we just read that one out, Alex? That's a lovely one.
Emily wants to tell you that because she's only 6, she was struggling to write the answers. She drew them instead. That's fine, Emily.
Perfectly cut. Perfectly okay.
Emily, that's even better. There you go. Mum, you got a shout out, said Caroline Moore. All right, so that is your 10 questions for your 5th round, your owls.
So we're going to put those on a recap.
And again, it should say... Yeah, it does say it on there. Yes. We managed to get it right on the recap. Which book is this? And he spells it as witch as well. I like it. Jack D's first quiz. Loving it. Thanks. Thank you so much for joining us, Jack D.
Camilla says, I think I know that I am a major Potterhead and I am Slytherin.
Oh, it's funny. There's more Ravenclaws and Slytherins on Twitch than there's Gryffindors on Facebook.
Yeah.
So Slytherins use Twitch, do they?
Aye.
Oh, I like the hat you got me there. Forgot about that.
It's the sorting hat.
Indeed. Make sure that you don't change anybody's score on the score sheet. That's incredibly selfish. Don't do that.
Yeah. I'll be back in a second, Alex.
Okie doke. Sophia is also a Ravenclaw. I think I'm a Ravenclaw. I think I got sorted into a Ravenclaw. In what, 2006? There's an online thing. Jessica, 41 birthday today, says Rich Duffy. Happy 41st, Jessica. We're wise, so we use Twitch. That's true. Ravenclaws are the wisest. Caro from Belgium here. Fantastic to see you, Caro. If I pronounce your name wrong, I do apologise. Doggy62 said, I've been sorted into Hufflepuff like 20 times. Then you have to be Hufflepuff then. You can't fight it. Could you tell Franz from the Netherlands that I love him? That's from Shona Motshagen, I believe. Mike, we will be telling you what it is in the end because we will reveal the answers for you. We're going to be doing that in a minute's time.
So just to mention our other quizzes, we are here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Well, just before 8 o'clock, 7:45, for our usual Monday quiz. And we also have our usual Friday quiz at the same time, 7:45. We've got no quiz next Sunday, but we are back the following Sunday with our next Harry Potter. So that will be
28th.
Yeah, and it will
No, not 28th. I do apologise.
No, that will be. I'm just trying to think of the two films. It's just suddenly gone from me.
Yeah, the next one is number 3, and that is going to be on the 21st of March, not 28th, sorry. So that's 21st of March.
And that's Order of the Phoenix and also Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
And then we have our Marvel film.
Marvel film quiz. That's going to be on the 28th of March.
On the 28th.
Which is my grandmother's birthday. Isn't it? Grandma's birthday, right?
Yes.
Yes. Whew.
Our 8-year-old daughter, Seren, has done brilliantly. Only lost 2 questions, as long as we ignore the picture round.
Gemma Vi says, I've taken about 50 house quizzes and always been Gryffindor every time. From Sophia.
Can we say hello to Jordan Eccles?
It's his pet aunt's birthday. How do you know?
The Disney quiz we're looking to do in April. We don't know a set date yet. But what you could do, and while we're on this little bit, is let us know which films from Disney you want us to cover. Because that'd be good. A good bit of feedback from you guys, since you guys are going to be doing the quiz. Which Disney films do you want us to cover?
Shout out to the Triwizard Taylor team, all cousins aged 7 to 9, playing on Zoom together in Norfolk.
And we've just had another donation saying, lovely Harry Potter quiz, loved it. Thank you for hosting this. And that's from Adway. So thank you, mate. Thank you so much.
Oh, Lizzie says, I don't want this quiz to end with a sad face.
Oh, well, we're back in 2 weeks.
Yes. Zoe Gooden has probably asked a question, how do we know each other? And Roy's replied, uncle and nephew. Thank you very much, moderator.
Yeah, I'm the nephew. Not.
Yeah. Do an 80s movie quiz, says Abby Bull. Ooh, possibly. Star Wars are technically owned by Disney. That's true. But on a Venn diagram, Star Wars fans don't technically like all Disney films. So we're going to separate the two just because it's a bit more fun to do. Right, I think it's time for us to get on with our answers.
Ooh, answer time.
Answer time it is.
So I was just checking on the messages that were coming in then. Okay.
Please shout out because Olivia, I'm starting school tomorrow. Happy school day tomorrow, Olivia. I think a lot of kids are looking forward to going back for once.
Yeah, well, they've not got the parents to deal with then, have they?
Indeed. All right. So once again, these are all worth 2 points each for all these. Points for first names, points for surnames, and all the rest. Sean Child said, I thought you were lovers. Absolutely not.
Amy says Tangled, Frozen 1 and 2, and Aladdin.
We'll be looking at these comments later on. If we don't read them out, we will be looking later on. Okay.
So, Alex, how many times does Dumbledore tell Hermione to turn the time turner?
He tells her to turn it 3 times. That's to do the trick. 3 times should do the trick. Thank you very much. So there we are. So, what form does Victor Crumb take when under the water?
He is a shark.
A shark. M says, do a horse quiz. You can find other horse quizzes elsewhere, M. Number 3. What do the spiders want Ron to do in his nightmare? It is to tap dance.
They wanted me to tap dance, he says. Something like that.
Please do a shout out to Daisy and Molly who couldn't be here. We'll shout out to you when you watch it later on.
Thanks, great fun, said someone sending us a donation. I didn't quite catch the name on that as it came in. Let me see if I can get to it.
Number 4. The spirits of how many people come out of Voldemort's wand to help Harry? Well done if you remember the caretaker as well. It is 4. It's the caretaker, it's James and Lily, and also Cedric comes out to protect him.
And we also had a donation from Emma. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get these donations that are coming in.
Yeah, you tell those spiders, Ron.
Rob and Lisa, thank you so much.
Lord of the Rings quiz is definitely on the cards, as I'm a big, massive fan of Lord of the Rings. Moving on. What does Finch repeatedly do wrong throughout the Goblet of Fire? It is setting off the cannons too early.
So as long as you've got the gist of that, you can have the 2 points.
Yeah. Number 6.
What is the name of the night bus conductor? Bit of a tricky one. You can have point for first name, point for surname.
It is Mr. Stan Shunpike.
So point for Stan, a point for Shunpike.
Please shout out my BFF. She missed it from Sarah Doggett. Number 7.
What is the talent that Lupin says James Potter has passed on to Harry? It is talent for trouble.
Katie says, that's wrong. What about Bertha coming out of the wand? Again, we're only referencing the films in this quiz. As I said before, the films are more accessible for the younger people to do. We'd love to do the books as well, but that would involve us also reading the books as well, which takes a lot of time. So it is all to do with the films. Number 8. Who or what is Fortuna Major? It is the password to the Gryffindor common room. The password to Gryffindor common room. Well done if you got that one. Again, you don't have to be too specific on that one. As long as you got password to the Gryffindors, it's fine.
Well, I do like Robert's comment. A Back to the Future trilogy quiz. That is a possible.
We already did that 2 weeks from now.
Stop it.
I know, I'm kidding, sorry. Shout out to Devon, please, in Northern Ireland. And I love Harry Potter from Nikki Spence. M says, are you 2 brothers? You know more than that. You know better. Number 9.
Number 9. Where does Rita Skeeter hold her interview with Harry? It is in the tiny broom cupboard.
Broom cupboard. Amazing, just my voice, the wine glass. Oh, psh, oh. Yes. It's also a plant, said Lynn Rufter.
What's a plant?
Fortuna Major.
All right.
Oh, DC quiz. I'd like to do that.
Yep.
Next up, we've got, what is the name of the truth serum? Very well done if you got this one. Again, it's only mentioned once. It's used, but we've got Big Bang quiz. Amanda, if you're not familiar with the quiz, I am not a fan of Big Bang. Number 10, the name of the truth serum, it is Veritas serum. Veritas serum. Again, it's only mentioned once by Snape by name to Harry, and then used later on in the film on Barty Crouch.
And Sarah, you behave yourself, Mrs.
Why they didn't put Sirius under it, I do not know. Well, that's a plot point that JK didn't think about.
What?
Why they didn't just give the Sirius potion to Sirius, and then he'd tell the truth. Abby Bull got full mark for them all. Well done, Abby Bull.
Excellent.
Doggy Doo says, you remind me of the Chuckle Brothers.
Thank you. I think. So again, thank you everyone who has been donating. It really does make a difference to us. So thank you so much for that.
Again, people are suggesting different types of quizzes to do. We'd love to do all sorts of ones, but they have to have the interest as well.
Even though we're not going to read it out now, we will actually look back at all this and see all your comments on that side of things.
Yeah. If it's spelled as differently, Veritasium, that's basically what we meant, but you knew it's Veritasium.
Shout out to the Bodge family. Veritasium. Okay.
Yeah. But you knew that, so you got the points anyway, because you knew it before we did. Thank you, Camilla York, said I love this so much. Looking forward to the next one, said Heidi do. The maximum points available for this quiz tonight, Alice, was 88 points.
And we're going to do a quick brief look at the score grid a bit later on. There's so many teams, we're not going to be able to read them out properly, but you'll be able to see yourselves.
Again, if you can't get in the score sheet or you haven't been able to, you can go back to it in the next 2 weeks. We'll leave it on the same address and you can put your score on there and I will sort them out periodically.
Abigail says she didn't spell it right. Do I get the point? Of course. I am the world's worst speller.
We couldn't even get the name of the 5th round right, so we're going to give you the points. Thank you, Tracy Ann.
We're getting people changing other people's scores. Please don't do that. It's a bit of a not nice thing to do.
Yeah. And again, no one's going to win any prizes, so you don't change anyone's scores. There's no point. Best quiz session ever, says the Triforce of Gaming. Well done.
Thank you so much.
72 points, Dead Like Fred. Good God. What a team name.
Yes.
Dead Like Fred, that's awful. Also very good, but awful, but very good. Okay, let's get us back to there. Thank you so much, guys, for those donations that you have done. It is paypal.me/quizarchly. If you do want to send us a couple of pounds or dollars our way, it really is appreciated. It shows you that, it just shows us that you've had a bit more fun tonight as well. If you are in the unfortunate place that you can't donate for whatever reason, please don't feel sad. Share, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, and all those other things as well really do help, almost as much as the donations do.
With those donations, it does encourage us to do more. As quizmasters, normally it is our full-time job doing quizzes, and we made a living at it, and we lost that through COVID. So we're literally relying on savings. It's not far now before we can go back, but at the moment we're living off savings just to keep ourselves going. And of course, your donations are helping.
You really
so
do
thank
help.
you.
Thank you so much for that. We'll be checking on those scores in 5 minutes, and that'll be the final end of our quiz.
Fiona says 57.5 points. The half counts.
The half does count.
What will be the next Harry Potter films? It will be Half-Blood Prince and Order of the Phoenix. It's the next two in the run. And then 2 weeks after that, it'll be the combined Deathly Hallows films.
Happy birthday to Gracie. She'll be 9 on Saturday. That's from Kathy. And thank you, Sophia. Best quizmasters around. I love how bespoke your specialty quizzes are. Thank you so much. Our first quiz of the year, it was fab. We'll be back. Thank you. That's the OT rules on Twitch. Do you like Cursed Child? I've never seen it or read it.
No.
Maybe we should.
Don't give us any spoilers on it.
Hobbit Lord of the Rings quiz. That's definitely on the cards, as I love those.
Yeah. That's the thing. The more I don't be awful about this, but with the donations, it really does free us up to do more of these speciality quizzes.
Shout out to Tara Lynch. Yes, it has been said on the chats as well. If you do want to join us again for our regular quiz, which we do host every Monday and Friday, we host it 2 hours later than tonight, so that's at 7:45 in the evening at GMT. And that is 4 rounds on Mondays and Fridays that do vary every single quiz. It's a general knowledge theme with questions presented in a similar way to this. So if you did enjoy this and you'd like to do a general knowledge quiz, please do join us on Mondays and Fridays.
Thank you to Peter, Amy and Isabel for your donations. It really does mean a lot to us. So thank you so much for that.
Rebecca said, who won the house poll? With 57% of the votes, it was Gryffindor.
Which I thought would be the case.
And then Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff tied with only 2 votes between them at 16%, and that leaves Slytherin with 96%.
So it wasn't quite a tie. Hufflepuff got actually 2 more votes.
Same percentage.
Surprised that Slytherin did so badly, because a lot of people say Slytherin.
Abigail says, please give me a shout out. There you go.
Rebecca Nightingale, 66, the picture brought the score right down. We'd have to do certain things to help the real Potterheads, otherwise it gets boring for them if it's too easy for them.
Thank you very much for your comment on YouTube, Mike. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you. Roy says, don't forget to donate. No, I'm not on commission. If we could afford to, we would.
Thank you, Roy. Jim and Dylan in Portsmouth asking for a shout out.
Sam Jones said, sorry, which house won? It would have to be Gryffindor.
Jackie says this quiz is the best. Thank you so much.
Jess's birthday on Friday. She's 12.
Hi, says Maribel.
Shout out to Alex and Mark for being nice at Kids of the World. Thank you.
Thank you, Kids of the World.
Goodbye to USTW on Twitch. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for whoever it was who sent us a donation saying having a magical day. And speaking of magical days, we just want to say to all of our younger quizzers, have a great day tomorrow when you're back at school. Enjoy it, have fun, and look after yourselves.
And stay safe as well. Do what your mummies and daddies tell you to do to make sure that you're safe.
Someone, I can't see the name, but says, thank you for the quiz. My son is 16 today. Thank you for your donation. Harry Potter quiz was fab from Rachel. Thank you for your donation too.
So we've got lots of people putting their scores in there. We've even got someone with a reference error. I don't know how you managed that. Let's do that. That's worked out there. Again, guys, your scores aren't important. If you don't want to put your score in, that's absolutely fine. And if you want to put your score in at a later date, you're welcome to find yourselves back on the score sheet and pop it in. It's completely up to you. Thank you very much, Andrea. And Jackie says, hi, shout out to my daddy.
Oh, that's a lovely one. Show it for the daddy.
Gazbot Wicked said it's also really hard, but lots of fun. And Cassia Plays says, I love this, just subscribe. Thank you so much.
Thank you to our regulars who are basically putting your comments in about the PayPal. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really kind of you guys. All right. I'm going to get the scores in order. Obviously, we're not going to read them all out because there are over 200 teams in the score sheet, so we'll make sure we do that as well.
What we'll do is we'll put it on the screen and we'll give it a scroll up rather than read it, so you can see who's what. Shout out for year 11s, of course, Mia. Thanks for another donation. Thanks for the Harry Potter quiz. Family enjoyed it. You know who you are. It doesn't tell me at this stage when it just flashes up on my phone who it's actually from. Another donation saying thank you.
Okay, so lots of teams haven't put the score in yet, which is absolutely fine, but we'll have a look at those scores on the screen. There's me and Mark, nice and small. A lot of your team names are very small now. Unfortunately, that's the best way I can get it on the screen.
Okay.
Ooh.
So let's wait till we get to the scores. Max, Sarah and Jamie say night. Paul asks for a shout out to Auntie Louise. Shout out to my cousin Grace because she's great at Harry Potter.
Bit of a spoiler alert. The one at the top there somehow got locked at the top, but there you go.
All right.
I'm not sure why. Exiled for the Good of the Magic Realms, got 76, friends of ours as well. Lots of other of our teams that come to regular quizzes have actually put themselves as different puns, which I like.
Another donation. Thanks for the Harry Potter quiz. I'll let the children play next time.
Thank you. Especially Crookshank Puke Cleaners. I like that. So there we go. Look at that. If it ain't old Sophia on a lonesome, doing a wonderful job and getting full marks on that one. Well done.
Thank you to Catherine for your donation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know why it got locked at the top. I'm sorry. I don't know why you were up there like that. But there you go. Spoiler alert. There you were. Shout out to all the girls, Hallie and Keely, Ella and Kaylee, who are back at complete their A-levels and GCSEs. Good luck to all you girls.
Yeah. Gemma, thank you for your comment.
Sophia did say she would be better than this than the Doctor Who quiz. You weren't lying.
Sarah says, please shout out to my friend. She loves Harry Potter, but missed the call. Brilliant quiz. Thank you very much. From the Loose Budgers, thank you for your donation. Also, enjoy the quiz. Thank you. We'll be back for the Marvel one. Thank you for your donation too.
So there you go. I hope that everyone, well, our youngest Potterheads, I hope you're getting ready for bed now, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Jackie Hayes says, shout out to my mummy as well. Georgie Denny says, give the Morning Myrtles a shout out.
Yeah. One thing I really noticed when we were doing these, watching the films for these, Prisoner of Azkaban, to me, is the one that has the most elements missing that are in the books, as into how the Marauders map gets its name, messes, etc., and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of little bits that are missing from the film that are in the book. So if you have only seen the films, definitely Prisoner of Azkaban does give you a lot more information of what's going on behind the scenes, and I definitely recommend that book on that point.
All right. Wonderful stuff. Shout out to everyone in year 5. Shout out to you.
RP and I enjoyed the quiz. Thanks. Thank you for that comment.
Liv Payton, shout out to Georgia, our fellow Raven in London. Charlie Grant says, just one quick question. Who is this Harry Potter guy? Sarah Philby, thank you so much for saying that's the best quiz ever. We really appreciate it. Your comments are so nice. We really do appreciate them. Even the childish but very well-versed insults you gave us earlier.
Yeah. If you can give our Marvel, because it's a brand new one and we want it to reach as many people as possible, if you can give our Marvel quiz a share and invite people to it from your friends list who you think might be interested, that would be a great help to us. So thank you if you can do that.
Shout out to everyone in the world, including you, says Jackie Hayes.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, it is 33 minutes past 7. It is time for us to take our leave. Thank you so much for everyone joining in, donating and sharing, subscribing, retweeting. It really helps, and we're so grateful.
Yeah, I'm sorry I've not been able to do shout outs to everybody who's donated, but from myself and Alex, it really does make a difference to us. Thank you so much. It really does.
Yeah. So as we said, guys, make sure you go to our Facebook to check out all of the other quizzes that we are doing. But we are back tomorrow at 7:45 in the evening for a regular Monday quiz.
I've been asked what the words on my T-shirt are, so I've stood up. It is the lyrics of Jackie from Rats. If you go onto the Spotify, you will find it. Guys, from Rats, if you are still watching with us, we love you to bits, and we can't wait to see you once the touring's possible again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you from Phoenix, Arizona, a donation. Thank you so much, guys. That is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
And another one, had an amazing time doing Harry Potter quiz. Thank you for doing it, guys. Can't wait for the Marvel. Brilliant.
We can't wait either.
No.
It's the best thing. Em says, you make a lovely couple. I'm going to ban you from the stream. Goodbye. Yeah, it's one of the best things about doing these quizzes is the research. It's technically not really research. You just get to sit and watch movies that we like.
But we have to then keep rewinding it because we get too involved with it. And then, no, there was a question there. We need to go back and look at that.
Yeah. All right, there it is. There's our PayPal one more time for you in the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Twitch. Just put that in there. And that one in there.
What's been really great from our point of view is to see you all having fun, particularly our younger quizzers. That's been great. Another donation just literally just popped up. Superb quiz again. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Mr. Barnes 1988 has asked, when is our next Harry Potter quiz? That is going to be the exact same time as tonight on the 21st of March.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks' time.
Harry Potter will be the first and third week of each month.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to remember it. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Nikki said, thank you so much for my shout out. It made me so happy.
Thank you very much, Gazbot, as well.
Really, another donation. Really enjoyed the HP quiz tonight. I'm 56.
You're never too old to appreciate a Harry Potter quiz.
Playing in Greece.
Fantastic.
Keep up the good work. Wonderful.
Right, guys. That is it. Thank you so much for playing. You've got all of our details in there as well. You've really put my Sunday up, says Gazbot. Thank you so much.
Amanda, just one last comment. I think it's a good one to end on. These quizzes are the positives of COVID. We like to think so. So thank you.
To you.
And good night.
Good night.
We don't normally do this, but we just spotted it. Shout out to the Weasley twins, Heather and Holly, aged 9. Thank you for your donation.
With that being said, we will see you next time. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay happy, and be kind to one another. Good night.
Good night.